U.S. President Donald Trump delivered a sharp rebuke on his Truth Social to Dmitry Medvedev, deputy chairman of Russia's Security Council, after Medvedev threatened war. Trump warned that such rhetoric is dangerous. In his reply to Medvedev, Trump dismissed any interest in economic cooperation with Russia or India, branding both economies as dead. "I don't care what India does with Russia. They can take their dead economies together, for all I care," Trump wrote. "We have done very little business with India. Their tariffs are too high, among the highest in the world. Likewise, Russia and the USA do almost no business together." He also took a personal jab at Medvedev, ridiculing his political relevance. "Let's keep it that way. And tell Medvedev, the failed former president of Russia, who thinks he's still president, to watch his words. He's entering very dangerous territory." On July 28, Trump announced that he was tightening the timeline of his ultimatum on secondary tariffs for Russian dictator Vladimir Putin. Instead of 50 days, Putin now has just 10 to 12 days to reach a peace deal with Ukraine. This sudden shift did not sit well with Moscow. Medvedev called Trump's new timeline a step towards war between the US and Russia. Trump's playing the ultimatum game with Russia, 50 days or 10. He should remember two things. 1. Russia isn't Israel or even Iran. 2. Each new ultimatum is a threat and a step towards war. Not between Russia and Ukraine, but with his own country. Don't go down the Sleepy Joe road. According to a report from the Institute for the Study of War, Kremlin officials are reportedly pressuring Trump to abandon the 10-day deadline and normalize relations with Moscow. Meanwhile, Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said that Russia has developed a certain immunity to sanctions and is preparing for new economic restrictions.
Russian Z-blogger, Angry Patriot, Maxim Kalashnikov began to suspect that the war against Ukraine is destroying the Russian Federation. He stated that aggression has resulted in a geopolitical and economic defeat for Russia itself. In his post, Kalashnikov called the situation catastrophic. Friend Trump is finally kicking Russia out of the EU gas, oil and nuclear fuel markets. Well, cunning planners, who are you against the business-like Yankee? Kalashnikov wrote, addressing the Russian authorities. In his opinion, the United States is taking over Russia's traditional export niches in Europe, while at home the country's dependence on China is growing. The Russian Federation's external markets are going to the US. The internal ones are falling into the clutches of Beijing. And you fight, in the style of the First World War. For years, noted the Z-Patriot. He also recalled statements by Kremlin experts who convinced Russians of the benefits of a protracted conflict. I remember the Onolitedi lickers assured us that a quick victory was not beneficial to us, that grinding would allow the Russian Federation to profitably restructure global economic relations. Now it is clear who benefits, he concluded. Kalashnikov's post was a vivid example of the growing disillusionment even among the Kremlin's staunchest supporters. His words confirm that the war Moscow started not only failed to strengthen Russia's position in the world, but also accelerated its isolation, increased economic dependence on China, and freed up markets for other players. It is now obvious that the focus on aggression has turned into a strategic dead end. Earlier, Kalashnikov voiced a clear indicator that the Russian economy is heading into the abyss. According to the analytical agency Autostat, in the first 6 months of 2025, only 22,013 new trucks weighing more than 16 tons were sold in the Russian Federation. This is more than half the figures for the same period last year. The market has fallen by 2.3 times. These figures are directly related to the slowdown of the Russian economy and the decline in activity of key consumers. Companies that previously purchased heavy equipment in bulk for construction, logistics, or industry are now refusing to renew their vehicle fleets due to uncertainty, sanctions, and the government's huge spending on the war with Ukraine. Interestingly, even the market leader, KAMAZ, was unable to maintain last year's results. Although the company's share grew by 13 percentage points and reached 29%, in absolute figures, sales fell by 21%. In 6 months, only 6,419 trucks of this brand were sold. This does not indicate an increase in popularity, but a deeper decline in sales among other manufacturers. Recently, the Russian Federation stated that the country is capable of fighting for years, but Kalashnikov doubts this. The associate of terrorist Girkin considers the dismal statistics on trucks to be one of the clear indications that Russia's economy is heading for the abyss. One of Ukraine's stealth attack drones has made another fleeting appearance somewhere over the 1,100-kilometer front line of Russia's 42-month wider war on Ukraine. A video that circulated online in recent days may mark only the second appearance of the mysterious drone. This black-painted UAV is special. Most of Ukraine's long-range attack drones feature the same basic design elements: long, straight wings, narrow booms connecting the fuselage and engine to the trail and propeller propulsion. Euromaidan Press says, by contrast, the mystery drone is a flying wing with no separate fuselage and it's propelled by a jet engine. Reportedly a $2,000 US-made SW-140B turbine. The flying wing platform, which lacks highly reflective right angles, scatters radar waves in all directions instead of bouncing them straight back at the emitting dish. All that is to say the black drone could be highly stealthy, and that should help it slip past Russian air defenses on its way to strike targets deep inside Russia. There's no official information about the mystery drone, and we don't even know its name, so we can't say for sure how far it ranges. But one of the black drones that crashed in Russia in June 2024 appears to be around 10 feet long. If the Ukrainian drone carries as much fuel as a Russian Shahed attack drone, which is roughly as long, it might be capable of traveling hundreds of miles. The mystery drone has company. There's a slightly bigger Ukrainian jet drone, also with a flying wing platform, that has made a couple of appearances on social media since last year. The main difference between the two stealth drones, besides their size, is that the bigger model has a single vertical stabilizer. The smaller model has twin vertical stabilizers. The bigger drone is powered by a German-made JetCat P400 Pro turbojet costing $14,000. Euromaidan Press reports. It's clear both stealth drones exist in small numbers, likely owing to their higher cost and complexity compared to other drone types. The Ukrainian Unmanned Systems Forces' main attack drone is the straight-wing, propeller-driven AN-196. Ukrainian firm Ukroboronprom builds the AN-196 by the hundreds. Germany recently ponied up $100 million to pay for 500 of the drones. The stealth drone's rarity may imply the USF deploys them only for the most difficult missions requiring the attacking drones to penetrate dense air defenses. Euromaidan Press says. So, mysterious stealth jet drones crush targets inside Russia, but Russian air defense systems cannot feel them.